Welcome back, everyone, to another day of bonus previews. I wasn't able to make one of those the last few days. So let's quickly see what we missed. I of course already saw them. I guess Alliance was the last one we did. Then we had Gamble, 2 cost event, +1 buy, and then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's treasure or action, you may play it. It's kind of similar to Toil, that you can play an action in your buy phase from an event. But here you also can play treasures, which makes it kind of nice. It's pretty hard to miss, actually. Even if you hit a VP card, you discard it. So that's like a +1 card for the next turn. So if you have a spare 2 coins and there aren't actions in your deck that are kind of useless when you play them, like, I don't know, you have played all your treasures and then you flip a treasure, a spice merchant or something, that would be bad. Or you have only provinces in hand and then you flip a remake. I mean, it's a MAPE, you may play it, so it's never that bad, but yeah, I think usually it's pretty good to use that. And then of course you can use it to play something if you know what's on top. So if you have had deck inspection, played your last wishing well and revealed, I don't know, a princess or some attack, a militia, then you can play it for kind of free if you know next card gives you +2 coins anyway and is an attack. That's nice. And sometimes the deck is empty and you can just play what you bought. There are nice things like what if the deck is empty and you have Windfall? Then you can Windfall for 5, play all the 3 golds for basically +3 economy. So that's funny. And then you could even Windfall again. Yeah, pretty nice card. I don't know if I like gambling with it all too much, but I think if you the fact that you can play the treasure, if you reveal it, makes it kind of a lot stronger. Also, it's a funny thing to open to accelerate your shuffles. And then there's Camel Train, a card, 3 cost. Exile a card. Get rid of this 3 new messages. Okay, exile a card. Exile a non-victory card from the supply. Nothing else, just that. It's terminal, it doesn't give you any benefit. And then when you gain this, so when you gain the Camel Train, exile a gold from the supply. So also nothing that you really can use right off the bat. I think it's a terrible card to open with. I think it's worse than duplicate for most of the cards. I mean, of course, there are cards like City Quarter, where this can be real nice. Cards that you couldn't gain with duplicate, like King's Court. And hey, you can even work around gaining restrictions, like you can, gaining disadvantages. With Cursed Village, you gain a hex when you gain something, but if you exile it from the supply and never really gain it, but then discard it from the exile mat, you never have gained it, so you never gained the hex then. But I think it's rather weak. But of course, it's gaining. In an engine, gaining will always be good. Even if it can't gain VP, that's a big downside, of course. And then we had Way of the Horse, which is a way that turns every card into the thing that horses do. 2 cards, 1 action, return to its pile. Returns everything to the pile that has a pile, even non-supply cards. So Wisps and Imps will return to the pile. Prices have a pile, the price pile. Only thing that doesn't have a pile is black market stuff. So with black market, everything becomes a lab. Or everything becomes, kind of like when you buy experiments from black market, which is pretty good. Now your pearl divers, your what else is there? Your herbalists become very cheap labs. So black market can be kind of swingy if you get all the cheap cards and your opponent does not get cheap cards from it. But black market is swingy enough anyways, I guess, that this doesn't make it much worse. And I mean, how often will it really happen? It's like Black Market Museum is kind of bad because the games never end. Here at least I think the games will end because the decks get pretty fast with all the labs. And Yeah, your necro is a horse, and it's nice for if there are ruins and poor houses and you have extra buys, you can spam some labs, some horses. I mean, it's funny. And now we get way of the pig, way of the sheep. Hey, two ways, and they seem to be vanilla. Okay, way of the pig. Oh, it was really plus one card, plus one action. We always thought it was, or at least it was a meme because of Enchantress. And it's really way of the pig, one card, one action. Uh, okay, I would have thought that this would be a bit boring as a way, but I guess it's not much worse than Way of the Horse. Well, with Way of the Horse, at least you lose the card here. Every card is a cantrip. Um, Probably really nice with some cards that you really don't need anymore. Your remake becomes a cantrip. Your, I don't know, your Necro is a cantrip early on. Your Village that you don't need anymore but doesn't draw. Your, if you collided terminals, one of them is a cantrip, so it's obviously strong. It's going to be useful. Just don't know if it was needed. And Way of the Sheep. Oh, now every card can be Terminal Silver. Uh, I guess. That's very vanilla too. I don't know. With Necro now we can open. It's all those ways are like, ooh, Necrophil is turn one. Now we can hit 6 with it, and or if we have Cursed Gold, we can hit 8 on turn one. With Baker, we can buy a platinum, and with Borrow, and I don't know what else. Villa plus Alms, we can buy a colony turn one. Okay, so plus 2 coins for every action. How good is that? I don't think it's that good. Like plus 2 coins is really the last thing you want your actions to do usually. It's, it's okay when you have overdraw and are over villaged, I guess. Can make money out of all those all those deck control cards. It's okay if your chapel is done doing things. You can at least get some economy from it. I guess it's going to be useful. Nothing exciting, nothing flashy. What's there to say that wasn't said better by the cards? Yeah, Way of the Sheep not working with Shepherd. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it. Yay, very exciting cards. I mean, let's hope the rest of the cards is more exciting. So see you all in the next days. And I hope I can make those videos more in the next days. Goodbye.